Bonjour and welcome to a new video. Today I want to talk to you about a personal subject that is self-esteem and confidence. This time, to illustrate, I take you with me on one of the hikes I did this summer. It was a 2-day hike with a night in the wilderness in between 12 hours of walk. Quite the sportive outing. I'm usually not really into sports, but if you tell me I can get to see nice things, I'm your girl. In the first part of the hike, we walk along a canyon. It's very abrupt and I'm always impressed to see helicopters pass through there to go deliver food to the different refuges there is along the way. The canyon is the easy part, it's quite flat, and we get to the first refuge in about 2 hours. After a short break, we kept on with our path with the more wild parts. There is less people in these trails, it's less popular, but for me it's one of my favorite trails around here. I think the landscape is just dreamy with the rocks, the cascades, and the furballs, marmots. They usually don't live in these parts, but we've heard of sighting for the last 2 years, and it's one of the first one I see myself in these parts. So we left our bags, our huge bags, at a little shelter you just saw. Our hiking bags are around 15 kilograms each. We weighted it and it's quite heavy, even it was just for today. So we walked to these 2 lakes. The first one, Pusher, is 15 minutes away from our campsite. It's a nice lake, but other lakes have more charm, so we went to a second one in the opposite direction. This one is 45 minutes of walking away, and it's really not easy to find it. I've never been able to find it without a GPS. Le Gourlon, that's his name, is a very dark and weird lake, kind of scary in a way, because of its calmness and darkness and fear. Yeah, it was my subject to begin with, fear. You must be wondering where I'm doing with that audio. So during the hike, we went some 2400 meters high up. I ran through rivers and screes, walked along rifts and tiny bridges, and I love this kind of outing. As you might have guessed, I love it, but at the same time I'm scared. I am someone who is scared by a lot of things, and heights above all. I am terrified if I'm over the ground by only a meter. Yeah, bridges and stuff is complicated for me, but I'm also scared of spending the night out, getting caught in a storm, injuries and many things that could happen in such hike. Quite often this fear leads me to have a really low confidence and self-worth. I think myself stupid for being scared of the rain. Rain isn't going to hurt me, it's no big deal to be wet, but it's not easy to control anxiety. It's the same when I do art. I have a very low confidence in what I do most of the time, and even doing this video on this channel is really hard on me because my lack of confidence and self-esteem. Are people really interested in what I do? My video skills are not so good, and what I have to say, well, anyway. It's no life to be crippled by your fears. It's no good to think you are worthless, but how to be more confident, how to find value in yourself. I have a lot of moments in my life when I feel very low and when I am angry at myself for thinking I'm worthless. I've been feeling down a lot since the confinement and even partly through the summer. But how to chin up? How to get out of this low self-esteem circle? Hiking helps me. It pushes myself. Going out there, walking on those damn unstable rocks, going through terrifying metal bridges. Once I pass every hard moment, I feel stronger because I've done it. I've proved myself that I can do it. I've overcome my fear and I've passed the scary rock. I know I will be able to pass the next crease, the next difficulty, because I have already done it. How can you not be tempted to go up there when you know there is such landscape coming to sight? I love those high lakes and the sceneries you get in altitude, so it's really something that pushed me to face my fear and hike to see it. So talking about facing your fears, I think I have a few shots of this part. So the next day, like you can see, we were on our way to the third lake and we used a new path I've never been through before. It's 100% on the side of the mountain, sometimes right on the cliffs, and honestly it's beautiful. The sight is amazing all the time, but at one point the cliff is so abrupt it breaks and there is a 15-meter metallic bridge over the cliff crack. The cliff itself is some 20 meters high, something like that. So let's say it's my worst nemesis. I just cried when I saw it. It was terrible. But you know what? I passed it. My sisters helped a lot and I yelled so loud that some guys thought of maybe calling the police because someone was injured. We actually met him a little later at the lake and we explained what happened and we felt reassured knowing that no one was hurt. And I too, I felt much better after crossing the bridge. I felt so much more confident. Getting that confidence in my surroundings and while hiking really helps me in my everyday life, because once my confidence is boosted, it's effective in every aspect of my life. Right now, after having hiked so much, I feel so pumped for my project, to work on Garden Folk, to finish my comic Radiant, to find new clients, and to keep on doing this video that I hope I can post soon, because as much as the mountains are pretty, internet connection is so hard to have here and I haven't been able to post anything, so I think this video will come quite late compared to when I filmed it. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this very personal video. If you have personal stories on how you keep your anxieties away, if you have some, I'm guessing a lot of people have anxieties like I do. If you try to face your fears, I would love to hear about your stories in the comment, because I think it feels good to hear about these things. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, bye!